it is going to be a bit of a challenge here for Zipto to, I feel, just kind of position themselves in a way that they can defend the site while also not giving it up too much, right?
Yeah. And, well, Zipto...
Oh, sorry, the other side, RRQ.
Yeah. Well, Zipto's, it's their map pick, man. They're going to be on the attack, and I always love to see these kind of compositions. Teho into play versus, of course, your double, effectively Rolling Thunder ultimates, right? You have the Nightfall, you have the Rolling Thunder from RRQ Academy. So much potential for the retake for RRQ. But we get into the game, Fixie already playing into Dish. You see there's a bunch from Zipto. They love to split up to the north and south of the map. The drone looking for intel. Immediately gets that contact. No suppress though since it's broken. Splash. Making noise too by the orb, but execute from Zipto. Coming from the north. 6Key finds Rizzo though.
Yeah, that is going to be A main still contained here by RRQ. Though they are committing for the push right now. Mark L goes a little bit too forward, but this is just Zipto making sure that they have as much map control as possible. Zar does get the takedown onto Mark L on the lurk right there. Fixie throws the nade, and there's still... Well, I thought there was going to be a commitment for Zipto to actually go back into the site and maybe plant it, but since they've stayed too long on A main, they might actually just go back into B, and that would be the potentially safer option.
Well, I think it's smart that they cleared out A main since they did lose their Teho. But then again, because they didn't commit, RRQ thinking it might be B, but joke's on them. Zipto, I love the re-rotation since you're playing the Brimstone, right? We saw Flaring commit the smokes. You're not going to have any smokes anymore. If you get RRQ away from this position, then Zipto will be safer on the post plan.
Yeah, and again, rotation for RRQ is going to burn a little bit of time here while it also allows Zipto to play for that post. Not really too much skills, abilities available for them. Suka, if it can time an aftershock that could delay, just give that crucial couple more seconds as the rest of RRQ now slowly comes in. No more smokes here for Nats. Comes around the corner. The whiffs might cost them, but never mind. It's actually still looking pretty good. Woody now on the shots, trying to get some pops through the wall. Not going to be able to shut down Flaring here. The push out, just getting information down to the last bullet. He has to go for the reload, but again, that spike is already ticking down to an explosion. And even if he gets this fight against Flaring to his advantage, still not going to be enough. And Zipto picked up the first round.
Well crafted there by Zipto. Ooh, they get away with their lives at the very end of that one. Flaring able to find a double at the very end. And overall, this is why Zipto loves to play Fracture, right? They're so hyperactive around the map. They know they can make pinches possible if they effectively force RRQ to anchor certain areas of the map. And I think the Teho can be a big factor into that. You have the Teho, you have the Raze. It's basically nades, missiles, no hiding in corners. If they sense you're there, you're going to be forced to peek or you're dead.
Yeah, and they don't really have like a Yoru or a Jet, right, to hold angles and be able to potentially teleport or dash away. I mean, sure, Splash can try to go for those satchel repositions, but that's not really too good. Rizzo now using that stealth drone for a little bit of that information as the rest of Zipto now slowly creeping up onto A main. They haven't really flushed out Splash just yet. He hasn't used his paint shells as of the moment here too. Now they've used the guided salvo to clear more of that forward position on a one-for-one trade. Still pretty good for Zipto. Haven't been picked up any weapons for RRQ. 6Key holding doorway. The flash comes in. Fault line as well. They repeat. You can really see how just careful RRQ have been, but still does not work out as Rizzo picks up the 2K.
Yeah, RRQ trying to play patient, but honestly, as this is an anti-eco, I'm just thinking about the Zipto composition a bit more. Everyone in Zipto's team has a form of area denial, right? You had the Aftershock, you had the Nano Swarms, you had the Volley.
30 seconds
There's
left.
just so much oppression on the Zipto esports roster, and I feel like RRQ Academy, as Woody hits a nasty shot on Markel, they need to be more active around the map if they want to stand a chance. Get into post plant, you're already dead to right. Suk and Fixie confirm that here to get the 2-0 going.
Yeah, they might, as you mentioned, try to swing somewhere out just so that, right? It's able to save up 3 of the Vandals coming into this one. Good enough money for Zipto, but they're just going to go for a somewhat half buy, just to make sure that they have rifles coming into the next round. RRQ now on their gun round as well. Woody actually deciding to go for the Outlaw here, which is going to be interesting, knowing that some of the players might be on half shields. This is a good addition. He is not going to find anything there on Dish, while the rest not all, almost all of Zipto slowly creeping up here on Arcade.
Yeah, and RRQ Academy understanding quickly they need to get rid of that map control early on. They confirm B main's empty, but the Arcade into the tower. That's the pressure point that Zipto wants to play. Boomba gets intel. The flash comes in. Flash blinded for the time being. It's 60 Buckle out in the open, and Flaring finds a double again. Flaring nasty from the get-go here. A great sign for Zipto moving forward. 4v3 though, Rizza finding Nats. Advantage heavily in favor of Zipto now. Woody though spots Teho. That's Rizza falling. A 3v1. Suka makes it none, and a bonus one here by Zipto.
That was just so clean. As you mentioned, right? They immediately knew that there was an aggressive push outside of B main. Started to press up onto Arcade, and with just how well the utility usage has been, Zipto's just been bullying RRQ. There has been no answer whatsoever. Sure, again, you know, RRQ couldn't really reposition in time, but they got the Vandals, they got everything. Expensive round for them, and now they've just been switched up or forced back into the pistols, and it's not looking too hot for RRQ.
Pretty tough RRQ Academy. Like lost 1-2. They tried to go for the push, but Zipto have so many angles to play for, and here we go again. Another 4-1 split. This time it's Markel playing towards the dish area. Zipto, they even take Sands and send the drone onto the site. I like this. If anyone's on the site, might get suppressed, might get found. But Woody playing up top by the smoke, as Zipto will be able to get the site for free here.
Yeah, and look at just how widespread Zipto is, right? They're holding that site, but they got good control in Sands, they got good control in Dish, and plenty of crossfires as well. So any kind of shenanigans from RRQ should get spotted out here. A-Main is a bit more susceptible to something, but there's just so much utility. Look at the push out. There is going to be one pick from Splash, but it's not going to be enough. The peek out as well. Good shot from Wood. Does have to still deal with the players on Sand, which he was able to do so, but again, it's just damage. There's no threat of getting into the site, getting near the spike. 60's already dropped down, but the angle already held by Suka, and that is going to be another round for Zipto. Yeah,
and Zipto fired up this quickly into a series. I said a while ago, it was good sign. Now it's looking overwhelming. Suka, 7-0 with 7 assists. Always in position to send that breach utility. One enemy clearing again, alive through these post-plant scenarios for as long as possible. It just goes to show Zipto always have this plan B ready, but they don't even need it because they're just fragging out right now.
Yeah, again, they can just keep pressuring with how much, oh, I throw a nade. Sure, I have a guided salvo, like a nade. Sure, and then now there's just ultimates almost ready for Zipto here as RRQ. Well, the same thing, but like you mentioned, the momentum definitely on the attacker side.
Yeah, RRQ Academy, not the brightest spots this time. Woody, though, just giving it the good old college drive with those great shots. As Zixki has to back away, RRQ now finally a good call and the right read to find Zipto and stop them by A main, but the rotation now to head towards B, the utility of the killjoy against them.
Guided salvo used, 60. Ooh, ouch, 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 down to 12. Somebody has to go for the repeat here, 60. Oh no, oh, they spotted his elbow.
Shot. His finger's gone, Asarai. It just gets blown off. And with it, the lives of RRQ are also forfeit. Zipto Esports all across the map just winning these duels. Nats, though, he wants to go for the punish. Nats! Naughty shot, what? He just gets them all! There's no escaping Nats! And RRQ Academy salvaging the round so far up the Rizza to try and find the clutch.
30 seconds. He can actually pick up the spike here, but oh! He's gonna use
30 seconds left.
The YOLO though? Okay. Oh no, he's got his salvo. Never mind. I thought he was gonna YOLO an ultimate. Anyways, completely just taking the win out of the sails of Zipto there. Wow. And that's the ace from Nuts. Truly Nuts-tastic with the ace on the 5K, hiding himself, and just a celebratory fault line from his teammate as he just went to the shooting gallery outside of B main here. Let's see a replay there. That was a good punish ready from Zipto and whatnot, but look at this. The exiting players of Zipto not expecting the aggression, the willingness of that to take that forward angle and be able to save the bacon here of RRQ, at least for just, you know, that one round. But that could all, it all matters, honestly.
Okay, heroics aside, Zipto Esports, critical error, everyone their back turned. Nats immediately just sending it and finding all those kills. Splash now looking to take a page out of the playbook, and looks like Nats is still not done. Eventually though, it's about all these trades, and Rizza gets a double. RRQ Academy. Find the push.
One enemy remaining.
Sixky, he's prepped too. Left the Rizla yet again. RRQ, 2 rounds in a row. They just go for the full set, and it works out for them.
Very well done there.
We're ready.
By RRQ. We were talking about how, you know, they need to have some kind of play that allows them to force back against Zipto. And them using, you know, these key ultimates with that showstopper, pretty damn big, honestly. Now looking into this one, they can actually still threaten a pretty good collision against Zipto because now they have so much. They're nearing the Rolling Thunder, and Nats, Woody, Sixky all have their ultimates available.
Placing
The
swarm
back
grenade.
of Zipto breaking bit by bit. A splash again. That's a dips his toes into the pool, gets a bite, gets bitten back. There's a trade here as Zipto now play over onto A main, but the utility yet again awaits. Zar prepped here by Arcade2. Mark L might not see him coming. He's looking to check the boxes, but there you go. Zar, easy pickings, and that's exactly what RRQ needs here.
Yeah, tries to go for sneaky little push through. Not gonna happen this time. Zipto calling the push on Sands. Actually, not too bad there though, because Woody's now in a spot where he's kind of in danger. Thankfully, that smoke does keep him a little bit more contained. Nice flash to just keep them completely blinded. The push comes to shove. Nightfall was already used, but no punishes just yet from RRQ. Now Fixie trying to keep him contained as his teammates are trying to plant that spike. And the orbital strike was just used to stop it from happening. So Knight just completely goes into a firefight between their two.
Enemy remaining.
Zar comes around for the flank, 1 to 2, flaring in a really bad spot. There was potential Rolling Thunder, but Sixky did not need that as he takes him down, and RRQ with a nice little answer.
Yeah, the adjustment from RRQ without even a timeout, by the way, within these last 3 rounds has been stellar. They know this active map control really suits them. They find these picks because they expect the lurk. But given this round, right, look how far the breach goes. Zar,
remaining.
unexpected. Given the angle, given the timing, over onto A main to pick up those kills versus Zipto, and Zipto, the one to go for the timeout. I just want to say though real quick as, oh, Coach Mark, get well soon if you have a little cool fever there. I want to say real quick, RRQ Academy, you look at this roster, right? And the most experienced player has to be Nats. He has that history in AE and NXL, used to be one of really the rising stars of Indonesia. And a little bit of a quieter recent year. But here in RRQ Academy, he's really shining brighter and raising his stock yet again.
Yeah, you know, he kind of just went to the hyperbolic time chamber for a couple of months just to hone his skills. I'm assuming, right? I'm assuming. And it's looking pretty good. Yeah.
Put the weights on, that kind of deal.
Just set the gravity to the highest setting possible and just push yourself. Anyways, timeout done. Zipto in trouble as their economy is down in the dumps. Again, I like the ideas here. Riza, Suka do have their ultimates available right now, but again, they have to get that first catch off. Will they be able to do that? Honestly, use the Rolling Thunder Armageddon this round. We'll have to see. They do have a 4-man squad right here on Waterfall. Drop point, and Fixie just goes and sends. Oh, very close. He just a bit too far. There could be another transition here for Splash, but not gonna happen. Mark L has to go for the 1v1 against Fixie, and he gets booped. Just say goodbye, sweet prince. Flaring coming around the corner here. Sixky, is he aware? He was very prepared for that fight. 4-1. Suka now rocking a hard play. Spike has already been planted. Does have a chance here if he can win that battle. Maybe not gonna happen this time. Sixty's just too quick.
Yeah, the reads from RRQ Academy have been sublime. Also, I think one big factor here is RRQ so confident now in catching the lurk from Zipto. I do believe Markel hasn't found a kill yet within this game so far. Him being split up like that, and to be fair to him, in that last round, there was just no fair fight. He was busy with the Fade utility, and then suddenly he gets hit by the Rolling Thunder. But without that external pressure, RRQ Academy is confident to stabilize on areas that they can throw utility from, like what we saw there on Sands, and then full send it when Zipto tries to get on site.
Well, let's see how Zipto tries to get back into that site again. As now they got themselves a bit more of that firepower. Deciding to go through B main here for the meantime. Riz actually playing a little bit farther back, just for that quick little information. I like how RRQ, very proactive, goes immediately here underneath. Splash is already trying to go for that nice little peek there. As again, you did see the Prowler used by Sixky to assist the push. If that turret doesn't... that turret's going to give away their forward push here, though. But, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, now they know.
There was a chance that turret would have been deactivated, since you see the Killjoy now. Mark L playing over on main. And speaking of Sipto, actually, a full 5 push from one angle. On the A side they go. RRQ giving it up to play the retake.
Yeah, there is going to be
Spike
hell
planted.
to pay for here, as Woody only really has the Killjoy lockdown. They're still pushing into this. Look at Nats. He has just no consideration for his own life as he pushes through on the paint shells. Now, doorway here, but goes into the trap of Mark L. Killjoy ultimate will be containing these players. Can they get out? No, the detain actually connects. And it's Sixky holding, helping out Splash just for as long as he possibly could. Splash comes in, right, push comes to shove. Armageddon already committed, and now RZA. Whoa, good shot. Can he reposition back into the site? Be able to. 2 versus 1. Now, Splash right behind his own teammate. Nade thrown. Time still a little bit available for them. He has to burn as much time as possible. Do they have enough to defuse this? Looks like that's going to be a big fat no.
No. Sipto able to stall enough. RZA sending in the Armageddon there, especially on a lane like A main. It was doable for RRQ Academy. I was watching especially Sixky, right? Because he's the one who's able to play into the T-spawn. He's the one who's able to get away from the detain, and he successfully covered Splash long enough to keep him alive. But then again, RZA in these last dying moments of the round is able to stall for utility. He's able to get that big pick on the site itself. And Sipto able to keep this lead. RRQ Academy going for their own timeout because of it.
Yeah, that was a big struggle. Honestly, I thought that it looked like it should have been, you know, RRQ Academies, but Zipto just cascaded so well their abilities, and that Tejo ultimate with Armageddon, I think this bought so much time that RRQ just could not get back into the site, and they still had to deal again with the last player just holding it.
Well, it's getting pretty close though. And Sipto Esports on their map pick, right? Still keeping this lead. You see Coach Sky talking to RRQ Academy right now. We mentioned a while ago that we're very interested to see what kind of comps these guys have been cooking for their teams. And so far, the execution has been good for both sides, relatively. 4 good rounds for Sipto, then 4 a straight answer there from RRQ Academy. Neck and neck right now. Money also. Still enough for the full buys here, Asterai. So we're going to get into another round. And look at RRQ. This time, they're positioned towards
right
dish.
here.
Yeah, realizing that, well, them being able to just put as much of their other abilities into A main and having Splash there as well, right? Where if they start pushing out a nade and those nano swarms probably would just wreck Zipto. It's a good setup. And Zipto on the other side of the map. Well, that does leave B a little bit more exposed to the elements here, especially when Zipto's already working up. Look at how, kind of, I don't want to say out of position, but Sixky is in a spot. Okay, never mind. He's backed up into tower, or he was already still in tower, so he should still be fine.
Yeah. Over on Heaven.
Find you.
Might be able to see this coming. Oh, he's gonna swing though! That's too brave, Sixky. Not the answer there, and Mark L with a kill on the board for now. Sipto able to get B-side for free because of it, and just RRQ. This flank from Arcade needs to find value. Spike planted. Markel flash though. Splash quick on the trigger. Showstopper. Might get value here. Heaven, he's looking for it. Look to send it. The stun isn't enough. The stall splash. No, it's gonna be sent. Parcel delivered, and it's perfected by RRQ. The lockdown for good measure, and we're tied up again.
Oh my god, how are we supposed to escape that setup, right? Oh, Rolling Thunder. Oh, we're trapped in the corner because of the lockdown. And then the showstopper just smack dab in their face. It felt like that showstopper was held forever by Splash. I mean, held in the way that it just lasted so long that he even got into position for that one. Good stuff for RRQ on the retake.
Yeah, good call to go for the satchel. He still gets stunned up near the tail end of it. But since it was the first part of the Rolling Thunder, right? He's bounced long enough only to still be in heaven. And I think there's one player from RRQ Academy playing outside the site, containing Sipto there, forcing them to play in the corner. Just bad news, really, for Sipto as they're on Nico.
Yeah. Really difficult here. They're still gonna be going straight for it, right? Nano swarms and everything activated. Fixie just sending himself into the A site. Oh, nasty tap through the smoke by Woody here. Spike still gonna get planted, but this might just be, again, just the money play for Zipto, not even the round win. Suka himself in the corner here. Flaring gets spotted out. Great shot altogether. And that crossfire actually still works out somewhat for Zipto here, reducing the numbers. Good tag into Woody. And this actually now looks a lot more doable. Has to back away from the orbital strike. This allows Nats to start defusing that spike.
Gonna get half.
Oh, he has it. He did showstopper. Boom! But wait, the defuse? Okay, he stopped it.
He let go.
And the paint shells, he has let go. Time is actually still pretty good, but that smoke is about to dissipate. Nats has to just try to find somebody. Sees that he dropped down. There's the pickup on the weapon for Fixie. 2 versus 1. And I think Nats has to just give up this round already because he's just way too far from the spike.
Unreal from Fixie in the thrifty. Sipto still refusing to budge from that leading position. And that was just milliseconds for Sipto to win it. Incredible. You see Fixie here. Big shot onto Woody. The fact he's able to avoid that orbital strike, send the showstopper, and it scares Nats enough to let go when he was so close to getting halfway on the defuse. Also, big props, you mentioned a little while ago. Suka, great position alongside Flaring, set up the crossfire, and that was enough damage to find 2 out of the 3 flankers.
Wow, this game has just got insane. The firefights, they just want to commit to it. And I mean, Zipto's just ready. They were so quick to just adjust and react to the RRQ play. Now, Dust Settles, Splash, and Czar are the last 2 to remain. Zipto with the numbers advantage here, actively looking for where these 2 players are, and that stealth drone.
Oh, didn't get the reveal though.
Okay,
but they should know that they're gonna come from the side of the map, and exactly that. Suka with the 1 splash finds the answer. Sipto though looking so sharp yet again. When they're winning, they look good doing it, and here they end the half of the 7-5 lead.
That was pretty sick from Zipto. And Zipto, there was a bit of a string of rounds for RRQ, but you know they've managed. Anyways, speaking of this string of rounds, is this going to be a start for RRQ? Looks like that's going to be a no. As this big first catch for Fixie here. Lots of nades being thrown around as Nats now trying to get control onto Rope, but he's going through the meat grinder here. Just what a flick coming in from Suka, and Fixes up the 4K.
Just nasty. He's just nasty, and that's what I'm talking about. You look at the talent of Malaysia as a whole for quite a while already. You remember especially the Todak squad being a big leader of that community. But Fixie alongside Riza, I think they've really rocketed up the Malaysian stocks for quite a long time now, and this is exactly what you expect from them. Impact every single game. Fixie, when he's fired up, he just looks unbeatable, and with 14 on the board, he's halfway to a showstopper already. The Outlaw might make it even easier to farm up that ult here.
Really? Well, he can fix it. Any situation that there is laid in front of Zipto, he's got an answer.
So RRQ means wreck.
Exactly.
Ralph.
They're gonna wreck it.
They're gonna wreck it. Ha.
Yeah.
Ay, child. I'm casting with the child.
Says the guy that has Lightning McQueen Crocs.
Yo.
I mean, it's good drip. It's good drip, but it's based off of a great animated movie for kids.
I think if you put the rankings of Crocs, right, the Lightning McQueen Crocs are the #1 above and beyond. But we have a game.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we have a game because RRQ actually have a chance to play into A. We got the Haunt though coming to play Riza right now in the way for a while. And Sipto, of course, area denial is what we said a while ago, as right. See it here as they stall RRQ towards the plate in sands. Flash comes out, a 1-for-1 again. Sixkey now with the shot, but Suka able to swing again. Suka confident, a little too confident perhaps. But look who's coming from above. Mark L Judge in
enemy
hand,
remaining.
Ghost in the other. Quick shot on the 6-key. Woody he's been peppered heavily. Condiments aside, it's Sipto right now with compliments. It's 9-5.
Okay. There's the upgrade on the weapon for Rizza as well. That was pretty close for too close for comfort, honestly. There's just some really good taps from this one as well. You saw how 6-key
Enemy
was
remaining.
just starting to get heated up, but thankfully was shut down by Mark L before it really could have been a big problem for the Zipto roster. Now RRQ
back.
seems like they're gonna put. I think they made a bit of a mistake here. All right, never mind. They're actually just gonna commit. Zipto is the one I thought was gonna make a little bit of a mistake because you can see that Mark L hasn't placed any of his utility just yet on that A site. If it was a full set for RRQ, he might actually have gotten caught or something.
Yeah. And as of now, the turret at least positioned. Problem is, Sipto, not the best buy right now after the decent damage done by RRQ in the last round. Mark L, gonna get out of there. Tries to swing from the salvo though. A chance here for Sipto, Asurai.
There it is. Just commits the fight right now. Zipto able to push back. They try to go send the showstopper, but just swat it away. Splash also gets a nice little 2K with his paint shells. And RRQ, stellar round on that one. Much needed round as well as, you know, Zipto's just starting to break a little bit too far or start to create that big gap in terms of the rounds.
Yeah. RRQ, they keep the guns that they have here. They look to go for more, and I'm looking, of course, to how they're going to be able to make their site executes easier. Nightfall being a big component. 6-key has been racking up the kills here so far, and he's one away from his ult now.
Well, Fixie's already used his own, so that's also a big one as well. Don't have to deal. Be wary anymore of any retake showstoppers. Always trouble with that one. Fixie using his Boombot to clear a main here. It's a bit of information for RRQ where at least the duelist of Zipto is. And they actually want to try to reaggress the angle right now. 6-key's just using his Prowler to get even more information. But of course, they try to overcommit to this one. Suka waiting around the corner here with that fault line. Gonna be an answer back as well. Rizza now goes for the peak. No commitment just yet. And RRQ just trying to feel out the map and baiting out some actually pretty key utilities from the defender.
Oh, and they're considering really to use that tunnel to cross into Arcade. But no, they're just waiting now to see if Woody can find value on the lurk. Just put together over onto the B side as Nano Swarm on one. They get popped there. Smokes do come out immediately as a response. Salvo too, but look who's in. Splash now with the entry. Flaring finds the trade in response. And Rizza also shutting down the Raze. So advantage now for Sipto. They're all over the site here. Woody, though, looking for the timing, waiting for the smoke to dissipate or from anyone. There's Pico out. Wise movement, though, from Rizza. Still not good enough as Woody catches him in the act. Fixie, though, shows up, looking to finalize, but Woody! What shots could have been? Suka there saves the day, and Sipto now to 10.
Suka not only saved the day with a nasty set of kills, but his stun timing and positioning as well, so good. Nobody from RRQ could have pushed up into B main, which allowed Zipto to just, again, keep that opening or that entryway, you know, contained, just getting multiple kills left and right. Now RRQ feeling the pressure here, calls a timeout already. Looking at the KDAs real quick here, Dax.
Yeah.
Fixie, Suka looking pretty good with the 17-14, but I also wanted to just add up. Suka, he's got 17 assists with 14 kills. Man is on fire.
Yeah, stats machine Suka. He's got a triple-double. He's done everything he can and more for this roster. And remember, a big reason why he was leading a lot of these Vietnamese teams to success. You look at Fantasy United, you look at Rap and Lo-Fi before he joined Sipto. He was always such a stable and reliable player, and it's so helpful for Sipto right now. Speaking of the defense, though, I want to mention, as soon as RRQ Academy went for the entry, you saw how Splash was effectively isolated by all of the utilities Sipto could throw at them. You saw the salvas, you see the smokes, you even get the mollies and whatnot. Sipto have ways to separate Splash from the rest of the team, and that's one thing Sipto will use to keep these fights going in their favor.
Man, and if they can keep making this happen, right, and it's already like 3 more rounds before they win this. Economy for RRQ has just been completely shot these past couple of rounds already. It's just not looking too hot for RRQ right now. They've been sending Splash so many times, but again, As you mentioned, as long as they get isolated with just so well-timed, well-placed utility setups, Zipto feels like they're just completely in command.
Well, this might be the chance for RRQ. They're making haste over onto tower. Problem is, Arsenal's not the best. 6-key doesn't care about that. Shooter finds the one. Fixie though moves down 2! And it's
One
Zipto
enemy
now
remaining.
finding control yet again. Who needs fixing when it's not broken? Fixie makes sure that the maintenance is always there, man. And B-side held again by the defense.
True. No need to call the super if you're the one who's completely super on this one. Hey. I don't know. 11-6, right? We got 2 more rounds for Zipto here. It's actually problematic for RRQ. They
Yeah.
think that, you know, 2 abilities from Zipto is already a lot in terms of like just flushing it out when they did that B main push. They still have so much, right? There was the nade throw and everything. Okay, hang on. RRQ, they're trying to make a big play here as they try to get some lineups on the A site, but nobody's home. Just Mark L.
Yeah, and well, Markel evicted from his own house. The Molly lineup there to see if anyone stores the corner and whatnot, but in any case, A now taken quickly by RRQ. They know that the speed of execution is going to be pivotal for them to prevent the Zipto retake utility from finding value early. Flaring also. Black here, showstopper now. Big C doesn't actually see the killjoy. Woody catches him, but Flaring's going to be able to get the trade. RRQ still advantage as they play on site. Watch out also. Dish position. That drop is going to be some extra elevation the RRQ can use. As Rizza set up the utility again. 6-key from up top. Haunt comes out, slowing down the Zipto retake. Not only that, Azar falls.
Last
Flaring
player
still not the
standing.
best angle. Rizza, nice shot, but time is of the essence, and Splash will make sure that it's going to be a sure thing. 7th round here for RRQ now.
Great stuff for RRQ, able to find the chink in the armor for Zipto.
Smokes can
That
block the
quick
enemy's line of sight.
set play
They're
into
blind.
the A site was pretty big. That was a very long line from Brimstone, I think. Yeah. Such a yapper, true.
One enemy.
Anyways, that was very good for them. Able to get that early setup, start to get the site already, plant the spike, and just immediately play for that post plant. Because again, even though RRQ were thrown I'd say a bone in a way, because it was only really Mark L holding the A site, they also just transitioned pretty well into that post plant, making sure that they can catch the other players of Zipto coming in for the potential retake.
Yeah, there's a hinge position close to the opposing spawn. You saw Dish, as we said, in drop taken. But as the smoke here for Zipto's control, it's gonna be the smoke out. Oh, they just push anyway. And Nats doesn't see it coming. Oh, showstopper though. A delivery again. And Zuka's the one to sign the dotted line. Splash for the second. Fixie's there for the trade. But Zar shows up when he's needed the most. The 3 players of RRQ Academy, they need to hustle towards A just because of this black ass right. It's gonna be perilous, sure, but the lockdown looking to make it safer.
Yeah, but that lockdown's kind of shallow, at least for the push coming in from A main. Not sure if that drone or that turret actually gives away position. If they don't get this kill, that's going to be a big one. Nope, 2-2 as the round continues. Aftershock to give a bit of breathing space for Zar. Has a flash as well. They want to go for the fight, but look at the angles. Pretty well done by Zipto. Able to deal with the post plant, as well as using that orbital strike for a bit of cherry on top and plenty of time to defuse the spike.
Yeah, they sniff it out again, that's right. They find the right place to play from. And as you said, the shallow lockdown, since there's an expectation that it's gonna come from CT instead. But no, they just sculpt their prey. They go from A main. And not only that, if you want the cherry on top, let's just put icing on the cake too. With that orbital strike, there was just no escape at all for RRQ Academy by that point. And these are the kind of rounds that have put Zipto on that point.
Yeah, it's honestly, I thought this was going to be a round already for RRQ just because of how well they were able to readdress or answer back the A main push that we saw from Zipto, but it just was not enough. Like you mentioned, like we just saw, guided salvo used to get a bit of clearing here on A main. RRQ just don't want none of that as they start pushing into B. Here comes Splash, assisted by the Nightfall, pushes in, only really hindered just ever so slightly by the turret. And this is going to be retake city for Zipto. The push out
Spike planted.
Where flaring is not going to happen here, as it is going to be the 5-to-5 retake.
Yeah, look at this though. Armageddon lockdown. Rolling Thunder all available. Lockdown first for the pressure. Still an arcade position here by Woody though. Could find some kills along the way. Airstrike now towards heaven. No one's home. RRQ aware of that threat. Sipto still getting the space so that they need. It's Woody and Splash! Splash now with the stinger of all things! And the double inside the smoke. It's enough for damage. Let's destroy them all. Splash says 3 for Splash. Suka the only one standing now. 1v3. Now it's gonna be none v3 because look at RRQ Academy survive for the next round.
Yeah, a bit too over-eager for Zipto to push out of Generator there. Yes, Splash does get the 2K, but it was also really well-timed for him because Zipto was actually pushing through a bunch of mollies on that Generate position, as you saw. So that Stinger play from him was really well assisted by the utility that was just placed underneath. And again, we're not going to take it away because he just did an incredible job at getting all of those picks. And now he's 19 kills. He's got a big amount of kills under his belt, which also allows him to almost access his showstopper once again. And RRQ with all of this is getting their second wind.
Yeah, Mansa's 2 away from the ultimate 2. Sipto though, they saw in that last round a chance to finish it off. But as of now, RRQ Academy not just ready for this upcoming push because Woody's so trained on it. The stun though comes on up. Good punish and response. Effectively, that's a gun on the ground. Sipto might be able to retrieve. Instead, Sipto feeling the pressure towards A. They think about going for the contest, but no. They get the Vandal. Instead, RRQ will take the plant in response.
Yeah. Fixie. They can actually just wait for the rest of the team, right? Because again, he can send this pretty far with the showstopper. Yeah,
the rifles, it might have fallen actually. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, 2 Bulldogs in the hand here of Sipto. 6 key, a little bit of a battle. Stim Beacon to get on out, but you hear the showstopper looking to find a victim, but RQ Splash yet again doing damage decisively. Everything left to Fixie. Now, Nutty though, with the Bulldog, now the Guardian. Man's playing a gun game. And if you can get this ace, that could be it, but no. RRQ Academy respecting that pressure. Use utility to force Fixie away. Pick your poison. Aftershock or the nade. You die to either one. And RRQ find 9.
You don't see that every day, right?
Yeah.
Getting pinched in one angle from the Aftershock, one from the paint shells. Just, what are you supposed to do? I thought Woody was just going to have a chance to maybe use that zipline to go the other way already, you know? Get away scot-free, but it seems like Scott just not allowing him to escape.
Didn't beat the evil X's yet, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
He had to go on a pilgrimage for that.
Yeah. And get a Netflix special along the way.
Truly. And a game. Beat him up.
Yeah, he gave me that game. It came with the Switch.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's in the folder that says games from Asarai.
Oh, that's sick. All right, anyways.
Yeah, of course.
3 more rounds before RRQ can maybe push this into overtime. And honestly, they've been finding the that thread in the needle or threading with the needle, right?
Yeah.
Splash. Oh, he gets through! Oh, what a shot from Markel! Can he get a pick up on the weapon and maybe threaten more onto A main? Looks like that's a no. Woody, I wonder if he knows him's around the corner here, but does not matter. Loses the fight, the boop! And 60 could go ballistic with the 3K already. Yahoo, indeed. Now it's all down to Rizza, who just falls to Nats. And RRQ, not even the second win. This is the second coming as they need 2 more rounds, and we are going to go to overtime.
Yeah, call me fancy, man. That was actually a really impressive round from RRQ Academy. The micro decisions for these individual players. The Rolling Thunder comes in. Look how quickly 60 clicks over onto 50, realizing who's the biggest threats. Nats as well. Stable there to watch for Sands. RRQ Academy is putting up a damn good fight here to try and rally. And Sipto, and half buy right now. Effectively an eco for some. It might go to the end of regulation at this point.
I mean, okay, this round, it's going to be a save round for Zipto because obviously I think the smart play is just to not overcommit in terms of purchases, right? Just play that next round. If you can get more kills here and edge closer to your ultimate, even better. Suka, though, gets already exposed, and this is just RRQ so honed in on the push already. Look at just how clean they're able to take the site.
Man, that's what it is. I'm more concerned here for Sipto right now as they're getting gut down. How much utility they expend in this scenario. Because compare it to some of the previous rounds. Splash goes in same position, and
enemy
Sipto
remaining.
don't have the guns or the utility to make it tough for them. This is the result. A flawless win. We go 12-11, but keep an eye out on the purchase for Sipto. Watch out for how much utility they're lacking because of that last round.
Well,
They should
this
have
is
enough.
definitely no bueno for Zipto. They've called the last time out here in regulation. And it makes a lot of sense, you know, it's end of the line. It's either this they win or we go into overtime. Do they have the stamina for that? As it seems like RRQ is just able to will themselves into this position, and they're the ones in the driver's seat at the moment.
I'm pretty locked in really on what Sipto has in store for us into the next round. From what we saw before the timeout, it's light armor, but around 4,000 money, so I think they should have all their util available, but they're giving up, the full armor just for that extra bit of potential suppression. So I'm curious to see what the play is. RRQ Academy also going to use this timeout to draw up a plan, because they should expect that they execute. If they get stalled at any point, that might just be them hitting a stone wall.
Oof. You don't want to be in that position, right?
Yeah.
So now, all things considered, all things said, looking into it, you're absolutely right. They are able, to also get full shields as well.
Yeah, I saw a while ago it was like triple lights. Now at least it's 4 full shields. So Sipto, they're prepped for this one. This is a good case for them to try and finish it, but look at RRQ, man. 3 ultimates, those are very impressive.
Yeah, it feels like Splash and Fixie have just, you know, between the two of them, just thrown out like, what, 10 showstoppers at this point. Pretty insane, considering.
Yeah, you're making up numbers again, huh? I think it's a little around that. I can't
See,
say for sure.
you
it's
feel
there.
it too, because it feels like every single round we've just heard a showstopper. Anyways, set up onto the play already. I like the timing on this Nightfall. Look at that. It hits 4 of the defenders of Zipto around here, and that is just unfortunate for Fixie and Suka as they falter. RRQ completely just sending it, as you can already see another showstopper coming out from Splash. No kills whatsoever. Does push back Zipto, but this is great positioning in the post plant for RRQ. The round continues. Flaring has to find something on this push out. The whip, it attacks them down to very low, and this still helps out RRQ.
They draw us up so well at the start. RRQ get the post plant because of it, but Rizza and the rest look to find heroics. Now the molly into play, and Rizza's not looking the right way. Splash again, drowning them all, and RRQ Academy, they're gonna see themselves bring it to overtime.
Switching sides.
Wow.
Overtime.
Grinding up until this one. Now it's just looking a lot more feasible for RRQ to just get the dub on this one too. Splash, that positioning for just lines it up, holding the back of the site like an absolute baller. And now, ooh, he's bringing out the operator here as they switch up to the defending side. Interesting.
I mean, they broke the glass ceiling already to make it to overtime. Might as well be the glass cannon at this point. 5 rounds in a row, though, I do believe, for RRQ Academy to make this possibility into reality. Still looking to what Sipto's gonna do. You have Mark L on the lurk. The rest of the team angling themselves towards B main. And in this situation, they avoid the raise, sure, but Fade Prowler has been broken. Rizza can send the suppress in response. Now gets the intel, and Sipto might still angle themselves towards the same side they're playing on right now.
Fixie now creeping closer in the entryway of this B site. There it is, the send once again. Ooh, sizzling at his feet. A little bit concerning because Woody is just waiting on tower. Reposition, the double swing, and RRQ. Beautiful crossfire between the two of them, leaving only Mark L to fend off the 4 players remaining for RRQ. Woody's just right in front of him. Gets a good start. If he can get maybe the orb, which I think he's potentially planning to pick up, an ultimate is just not far away. If you can even pick up the spike, that's also going to be big. No one's actually marking it from defenders just yet, so I think they're just trying to see if they can spot out Mark L, who is playing potential lurk. 30 seconds. He can play around.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Look what RRQ Academy is positioning right now. This is a big
30
1v1. If
seconds
Mark
left.
L wins it, then he has a chance. But Czar, the timing to move. He's going to Sands. 20 seconds. Mark L is fully committed. I believe in the timing. Oh, he makes noise. Czar now knows. From above, it's just demise and a spray down there to secure it. It's the RRQ Academy have turned it around completely. Asteroid, they're the ones on map point now.
Yeah, that was very rough. That was so rough. I mean, what can you really do, right? You have to clear all of your bases, and you still don't have any information from Mark L because it just was completely quiet. Just cicadas just chirping around in the distance. And Czar, like you mentioned, he's the one holding another angle. I thought he was actually just going to commit his position on spawn, but him trying to see if maybe Mark L played on ropes and check A main was also pretty smart. In any case, RRQ one more round, and Zipto is done for, at least here on the first map.
Yeah, that was smile I saw from Czar at the end. He was just so happy to secure that kill. Very wisely played. 22, big round for him. But on to the next, and we get Splash already. Woody is not done! He wants to continue his rampage from the last round. Nats there with the find on the Rizza. Flaring though, looking to be the hero. It's 3v3. Flaring again, but well, Nats always with a shutdown. And RRQ Academy, the man advantage. Zuka looks to wade through the smoke, but Nats just sees him coming. Fixie is the only one still standing. The overstrike keeps him contained, and Nats will just say, let's go, next map. RRQ Academy, they'll take this one. Look at the elation. Coach Sky bringing the cat out. It's a big win against their opponent's map pick.
Vice Lock, again, it's not bind, but it's still pretty damn good here on this map here. And honestly, with that Tejo, I feel like it just adds a little bit more oomph as well, whether you're attacking or defending. It just has that flexibility. In any case, it is going to be RRQ to get things started first, so I wonder how the control for Nats will be. Maybe he's just going to play the lurk, but looking into the positioning of RRQ, it's a big stack outside here on A main.
No, still the bigger conversation is Splash moving over to that Tejo role because he's that main duelist. 60, of course, experience in playing a race 2, and he did a great job when they played against Full Sense anyway. Now RRQ make the execute happen over onto a Razor Vines there towards the screens. A quick little blast back Bedley from 60 to get on site. Splash even with the spike plant, and it's a quick take here for RRQ Academy.
Very, very fast. And 4 players right now from Zipto. Straight looking into A main. Zipto just making sure they can get as much information as they possibly could as the Skies come around the corner, and Nats conversion! Oh my god, he just lines it up. RRQ with a bit of a banger at the start of the pistol round here, as Nats just so damn quick with the shots. Able to pick up the 3K, and pistols is theirs.
Yeah, he's just found so much form in this team. I said it in that last map, I'll say it again. Nats instantaneous with those multi-kills, and you can see that Zipto was just unaware of these corners that RRQ can hold. Not only does RRQ have the initial way to get territory, right? You have blast backs, you have the Razor Vine to prevent the peaks, but then coming into the post plant itself, they can hold these corners pretty safely. They're very confident with the amount of splash utility they're gonna have with the flashes, with Splash himself. Now the flash comes on out. Rizza though, Fixie, free guns getting damage done, and Zipto surprising RRQ there.
Kind of interesting that we saw Czar just send the... Well, he shouted step near the entrance to where Zipto was just going to fight. I thought he was going to come around the corner, right? A bit more safe, if possible. Not this time, though. In RRQ, scrambling from that fight, reeling from the collision that they had on Zipto on Garage. Now in a... It's 2 versus 5. What the hell they're supposed to do? But, I mean, many of the players in Zipto are low, so there's a chance. Oh, timing.
Timing, and look at this Garage Asteroid. It's when you go to the mall, parking lot has a sign in front, but Woody doesn't care! He's gonna be able to bust on through. This is the spot now! The Trailblazer though misses! And Suka slides in at the right time! It's now 1v1! And Nats might be able to do enough damage against Suka. Guardian though in hand, Suka trying to line up the headshot here. Full armor though, Nats! The dig through the wall! That's painful, but it's not done yet. And not only that, here we go. We're going to set up the wall,
30
put the
seconds
Razor
left.
Vine in, and that's going to be able to get the plant here.
Spike planted.
Now, what's the play for Nats? He's planted it in a spot where he can actually play for Heaven, which I don't know. Because of this Razor Vine, does it give time for him to actually... Wait, is the big brain play to go all the way around? I don't think he has time, though. Yeah, and Suka...
He popped the flash for intel, but he doesn't get it. Suka,
Ooh,
undetected yet on site. And
I think he
Nats,
knows.
they're both one bullet away from death, I believe.
Yeah.
And Suka going into alleys. Time's running out. But Nats might be able to spot him first. No, it doesn't peer to the right. And here comes the stun now. Expectation to come out from Heaven. Suka will be on DP shooting. Halfway done. Let's it go. But Nats is still gonna find his spray from above. A clutch for Nats. A second round for him to find impact. And it's 2-0 as RRQ get to salvage it.
that was huge from Woody, because this was just insane of a start from Zipto, right? He just picks up the 3K. Sure, he whipped the Trailblazer there, but that 3K with the Guardian really saved the behind here of RRQ, and Nats just playing to perfection. Good timing overall, that 1 versus 1. And again, this should not have happened when RRQ actually were the ones on a gun round in the second round.
It fell apart for Zipto, sure, but look at that decisive damage done still, Asarai. Those classics. Packing a punch, Zipto now putting themselves in the better spot here on the full buy. But splash through the wall! You can't just do that. You can't just do that against Rizza. But well, it happens, and here comes Zipto now turning sides back in their favor. Mark L finding Nats over at A main. Gives up Heaven though. He's gonna be able to play back on site, but Fixie now with mid control. Zipto effectively trapping RRQ Academy here.
Yeah, and that Spike, actually just looking into the minimap, just stuck all the way at spawn. So
Yeah.
I think RRQ's game plan here is just to make an expensive round as much as possible. Now, Mark L around the corner, great shot. Knowing that Splash should be just somewhere around, you know, just playing, lurking, 3 versus 1. There's no need for Zipto to really chase for this, but I don't think they know that the Spike's actually at base. Anyways, the peek out falls down. Fixie picks up the 3K, and a good gun round. Great gun round for Zipto.
Yeah, and we're getting a lot of these off-cam Zipto kills because they're getting so much map control right now. Mid especially looking to be a power position for the defense. They needed entry. I think I saw at the very start of that round, 60 using the satchels to play it to mid, shut down there by Mail, and Zipto doesn't let go of mid when they can. They still keep someone posted on up, prevent any kind of RRQ Academy lurk from happening, and it does mean the offense here, they're gonna be stuck playing these more heavy-handed executes if they want to get into these sites.
Peek out, flaring, takes a bit of damage. Not sure how many he actually spotted transitioning into Garage here, but look at how close Fixie is holding the angle. Has to maybe reposition here, but look at that paranoia.
No way.
The repositioning.
No
and
way.
flaring. Conversion is
Spike
good.
down,
He's
B.
gotten so many kills already, and he gets away. Not until Czar finally picks him off, but the damage has been done. Spike is going to be trapped on B, or actually not trapped in Garage, so they can actually bring it out. That's going to be big,
enemy
though.
remaining.
The push out, and that is done for Czar in a 3 versus 1.
Flaring them. Give this guy a medal, why don't you? An absolute hero. There was no out. There was no out. That would have been even funnier if he could actually get away with his life. But Zipto, again, the pressure they put on RRQ Academy this early into these rounds, it has been something that has flustered RRQ so far. And beyond the second round heroics, it has been Zipto in control ever since the round after the pistol.
Well, that's Zipto for you. Now, picking up the Outlaw for Fixie here. So far, RRQ's attempts to get a successful B site have been quite thwarted pretty well in that Garage, the Garage encounters. Zipto's been pretty good at just kind of punishing that continuously. And I love it. It's pretty strong. Speaking of which, though, RRQ, all right, this time they go the opposite, another direction, right? It's going to be the mid. 6 key is holding on to that buck. He hasn't used the double satchels yet, so he might use it somewhere else to maybe just jettison himself to a fight right in front. And Soka just could not find the connection with the weapons. Mark L underneath, spotted out already, tries to back away, but he is just contained and deceased. Flaring back to the site. trying to help out Mark or the yeah. Soba's gonna be just down, or not Soba, excuse me, Cypher's gonna be down. Fixie, this is just so confusing. Everything is just going haywire for both of the teams, honestly.
That's right, liking Soba and Split, huh? Yeah,
True,
you're a
true.
believer, but here we go. RRQ Academy believe that they could get mid and hit it hard. With that, they now put themselves in a 5v3. Height still though here for Rizza playing up on the Heaven. Garage being cleared by RRQ Academy. They're taking no risks at all in this post plan. And as Rizza drops down, it's 6K again, finding bulky value. Rizza, Fixie though, damage done in response. Here comes Nats now, just sticking him up, robbing his wallet, robbing his life. It's Zar in position, but Rizza finds the third, couldn't get splashed in the end. And RRQ Academy, they seal it with a thrifty here, Asarai.
Yeah, and all it took was not going to Garage again.
No. It took taking mid away and just committing. I'm gonna go for that story.
Okay, true. And again, that was because they didn't go for Garage that they went to mid, right?
Okay, we can handshake on that.
Exactly. Both our points are absolutely valid. But you can, okay, looking into this next round, right? RQ, where are they setting up? Not Garage. There you go.
Not Garage. Garage is the no-no zone.
Exactly.
I think Flaring has put his graffiti on it for quite a while. I think Fixie and Rizza have had. They put their cars in the shop by that point, and here in mid, it's a lot more pressure because of the avenues of attack, right? But here comes the Armageddon.
Oh! You saw that? The nade connecting, and Rizza just got shot through the smoke. That is a 1-for-1 trade, though. They did hear the commitment of RRQ with the satchels, but again, it's just a 1-for-1. No map control garnered for RRQ here, but they've abandoned that and start moving, well, the numbers into a potential A take here. Okay. Yeah, now it seems like RRQ gonna get spotted by the Sova or not Sova. Oh my gosh, what is happening to me? Cypher surveillance. I don't know what's happening to me. Maybe, you know, I'm destined to play Sova this year. But Fixie sending it. Not gonna get any kills. Maybe a tag whatsoever. Nope. Got it salvo already used by the Teho here with Splash. The stun is gonna be big, but it connects into Fixie. So this has to be a fight elsewhere on the map. Zipto still getting the dubs right now.
Fixie
picks up the 3K on the back of Elbow. 1-to-1. Zar! Just a bit too quick, a bit too early on the side, and Fixie, I don't think he was pretty much aware of just how close his opponent was, and RRQ pick up the round.
Yeah, I think for the last 2 rounds, right, those last bits of 1v1s, it's RRQ Academy who gets the position thanks to their initial pick. These numbers, it has to be heroic from Zipto. Fixie, of course, very fired up here by backside. Able to put that pressure towards Amen with a showstopper. Sure, it didn't net any of those kills, but it still forced RRQ to play into his angles. In the end, though, the numbers really just caught up to Zipto. Zar, they're getting the good catch going. And a quick little tech pause as RRQ Academy. I do feel like 3 out of the 4 rounds that they've gotten this game here so far, Asarai, have been through these last-minute clutches. And as of right now, they're happy to have a good lead on the attacking side.
Yeah, and again, this is coming from a team comp that I feel like they just have a lot more bite if they get on their defending side. But I mean, still could be said though that they did have, I think, that 10-2 half, where, against Full Sense, where it was actually them getting majority of the attacking side.
Yeah, and as of now, we're seeing here from the side of Zipto, they have these great ideas to play these holds, right? You see them anchoring towards mid in the early part of the round. Suddenly, the jet planes fly and just force them out. There's no real escape when you have the paint shells too. When there are these committed positions and RRQ is able to clean them up, then it's good for RRQ. But from what we saw here from Zipto, once they get good map control, once they get the hold on places like Garage, as we've said for the past few rounds, as we've seen from mid, it makes a world of a difference here on the defense. And I think it's really those initial fights in these rounds. It's the early part of the game that defines who wins the round by this point.
That's true. That's very, very true. And I feel like RRQ has found that formula, right? And it's a bit risky to try to play very close to smokes when you don't really know if there's any of the defenders setups right there, right, with the Cypher, not the Soba. But honestly, it's been working out for them. It's a risk, but it's always going to be a risk if you think about just how the attackers do play. I do like how RRQ have been mixing it up on mid and A main, and Zipto, after this technical pause, I think they have to also realize that they can't really commit anymore majority of their defenders on the left side of the map. They have to spread it a little bit more here and just hope that they can contain RRQ before RRQ gets those early round contacts that go in their favor.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about perhaps a bit of a speed issue right now for Sipto. You have that breach, and sure, you can set things up for the stuns and whatnot. We've seen the value from it, because Suka's still finding 5 assists right now in this game. But there's times where RRQ Academy themselves have found a way to cancel out that factor. And that's effectively a pseudo-initiator with the Arc Rose, and he's using these Razor Vines to prevent the initial peaks from coming on out. You also have Splash with the missiles, with the stun. It has become a bit of a, I don't know, just a lack of opportunity really for Sipto that RRQ is taking advantage of earlier on into these rounds. And when Sipto gets those opportunities, it's more heavy-handed. It's a big commit with those garage stakes that we've seen so far in this game. But beyond that, it just hasn't really translated to round wins.
Well, they can make it, if they can at least find maybe another avenue or another position, another setup where they can maybe utilize that. But again, it's like a 1 out of 3, right? Is it mid? Is it A main? Is it B main? We'll just have to kind of see. Not even 1 out of 3. Ramps is also a potential here all the way up through A heaven. I'm being saying though, technical pause, just a bit of player issues. Seems like we are done for that one, finally.
It works that way. If you mention it, it will suddenly be like, okay, good. It's like when you're queued up and it's taking like 10 minutes to say, dead game, where's the game? And then suddenly the game shows up.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. It's just good. It's a pretty close game though, all things after everything's been said. But right now, the momentum is in RRQ's favor. The economy, obviously, in RRQ Academy's favor as well. Riza, here by Vents. You also see Dixie now. Looking to find the timing to go for the pop outs. But again, value from Vice. The Razor Vines forcing Sipto to cede control early on. And RRQ still very wary of Garage condition right now. And they send the Trailblazer early to spot out flaring.
Yeah. Now I think they just waited a little bit to see if there's going to be any weird lurks on Garage. Now that they see that there's no, risky little setup here, it could be a push out right now. Stealth drone has been used already. Flaring, waiting for that contact. Oh, gets caught. Good timing with the guided salvo. Sixky. Is he going to send it all the way through Alley here? A bit over-eager potentially, as Suka does not get surrounded by that boombot. If he did push through, maybe that would have been a free kill for him. But RRQ playing very condensed inside the site with just Nats playing the lurk angle on mid.
Yeah, Suka looking for any timing from the alley, but 60, that's a judge. Doesn't matter if you're stunned. RRQ Academy look to clean up house. Nice little things from Dixie. Does some damage, but look from above. Where did the device even come from? It's now a 5th round here for our attackers.
Yeah, this is kind of the fear, right? Realize again that RRQ, all of them good stuff, good rounds on the attacking side against Full Sense, and it's showing its rearing its head here against Zipto. So far, again, it's Zipto with just the weaker buys in that previous round. They're going to be calling a timeout here as they're rearing up again for their next gun round. And honestly, it feels like Zipto's defense hasn't changed, right? You mentioned how it's more about just combining big utilities in one big fight, but they're being separated pretty effectively here, honestly. And I like the mindset of RRQ, that the mid play that we saw. It not only forces Zipto to respect it, it also potentially allows maybe some of the Zipto players to lurk into B main or A main. But RRQ realizing this, they just kind of go for that two-pronged approach, right? If they back away, they go to a B main and then start putting those Trailblazers, see if anyone's there. If not, they can start pressing into the side because they baited some utility out from Zipto, and it's actually working really well for RRQ.
Yeah, it's a lot safer from RRQ Academy. They're using utility and they're bunching up early to make sure that their potential flank, their potential second angle, as you mentioned, is a lot more clean compared to just letting it loose, believing in a lurk. When Sipto is feeling confident that they can hold the angle, they will. And we see it even in the latter part of the round. We had Suka still playing by Ali, a chance with the timing, a chance with the stun, but against the judge, so it's just not going to happen. Those are the strengths of the defense. And speaking of Sipto now, after the timeout, looking to be a lot more proactive on the buy. Pixie swings out. RRQ, though, expecting this kind of aggression, and they do back away from it.
Yeah. Now, using this Teho to get that quick information. The spike is actually on Sewer here, but Czar does have his ultimate. It's it's multiple approach right now. Oh, the timing. Markel's gonna have a free kill. Yep, there it is. The TP denied as well, and this runs through on the A side. RRQ trying to play, you know, smart and deceitful. Not gonna work out for them as it just crumbles little by little, bit by bit. Zipto is just getting all of these kills, and the drop on the spike on mid is gonna hurt RRQ as they try to find any form of map control here. And it's all just down to Splash.
Yeah, this whole round is just Sipto not flinching. There's so many pressure points that RRQ Academy was trying to apply to. It's like they were doing acupuncture on the map, but Sipto just shrugs it off. They sent the showstopper on to B to try and get a big rotation going, and then immediate from the shadows right, as we saw, but no. Mark L, stable, looking a lot more comfy, honestly, on this map compared to Fracture. Splash has to find heroics in the 1v3 with 20 seconds left. All he can do is some immense damage, flaring, waiting for the timing. Just trying to see where Splash will come from. There we go. No real chance to go for the plan. And immediately the numbers do pile on up. A triple for flaring. But Sipto from B to A, they had good control there.
Yeah, absolutely. Just, again, being able now to realize what the mistakes were. And I really like this from them as well, right? They're already making sure that the Cypher just gets as much coverage by himself as possible, which frees up a little bit more mobility for the rest of Zipto here to just hold specific angles. And it's now working a lot better for them. Now, I think RRQ immediately got a queue up for this one because all of the tripwires placed on Heaven, if they just send it into the A site, it's really just going to be the Cypher Cam that just does something. Mark L to squeeze through, but not able to get any picks, any punishes whatsoever, though.
He tried to be cheeky, make a Coliseum with the Cyber Cages, but this Gladiator falls before he can even draw any blood. RRQ now onto the site. Seeker's short, but the Steel Garden is a go. And it looks like primaries are away for Sipto for now. Flaring and the rest struggling to make any headway. Suppress here for Flaring too. The raise. Zigski. He's been actually using this judge wisely. Holding these corners. A distraction for Splash. Flaring a Riza though. Riza shows up! Pivotal picks coming his way. 1v1 though, and Woody almost catching Flaring in the act. On the side, Flaring falls. Woody standing tall again. A 4K for the sky. Reach for the skies, partner. This is one cowboy you can't mess with.
Incredible stuff from RRQ. And you're absolutely right. Now Woody's going to have himself them Seekers. Zipto back again to the drawing board here. Less on the weaponry. Less on everything, actually. And they are going to... Actually, they're committing themselves to a couple of Guardians here as they are on a... I'm assuming... Yeah, it's a good loss bonus for them and good economy anyways. But I think RRQ realized A-Site's a bit of a weaker spot for them, for Zipto, and they're just going to do it once more. But this time, no setups, just for sheer dry contact. And this might actually just backfire in front of them as there is the 2K pickup for Nats.
I mean, what can you really do? You don't have guns here. They had that Guardian on hand. Markel does some damage, but in the end, it's a case of deja vu as RRQ Academy look to repeat their success from the previous round. Spike planted. Seeker's also looking for all that intel. Exposing immediately. It's a heaven position here for Sipto. And Flaring now trying to find a push. We saw him take some good angles a while ago in the last round. Boltline though still gets a stun, but it doesn't matter. 6-key to him. Stun is a mindset, guys. You're not gonna get concussed if you don't believe in it. And 6-key is showing mind does beat matter. Even the fade away with the judge. Come on. He's maximizing angles with the auto shotty, and RRQ have found the 7th round.
Wow. Just incredible for RRQ here. Wow. Just can't believe that, again, they're just starting to roll. Once they get heated, RRQ just feels like they're never going to stop that tempo. And Zipto, back into a similar situation from what we saw on Fracture here. That being said, though, at least Zipto, they got some firepower right now. Showstopper and Rolling Thunder are available. Push out through the smoke. And I like the positioning from Zipto here. They put a lot more bodies on ramps right now, but just the multitude of smokes, I think, make RRQ just kind of think about there's something up.
Yeah. And there is something up. They've taken the ramps position. Zipto, they'll play a lot more aggressive here towards A main. Splash on the lurk. That's also right behind him. We've seen this frequently from RRQ Academy. Their lurk timing isn't just for a single player. Sometimes it's two, sometimes it's even three, and we see it here as the mid pressure is there. Sixky comes in to play the entry, and that's the one to confirm the kill. Looking to put the pressure on again towards A. Flaring a though, dodging the paranoia. Perfect angle, perfectly placed. Flaring for the second, finally overrun, but the damage done by the Omen again. Into the 3v3 Nats. He's gonna get caught here perhaps. Immediate trade onto the lurker. Suddenly it's deuces here, Asarai, but Zar and Sixky looking to find any space to work with.
They haven't synced up as well, though, right? Sixky still lurking on mid. Zar gonna have to try to find
30 seconds
entry
left.
into this B site. Mark L's gonna spot him as a well-placed camera. Will spot that B garage. Although, I think Zar should be hearing about this. 20 seconds left into the clock. He's gonna have to get closer! Oh my goodness, what a shot! And now, not Deuces anymore. 2 versus 1. Rizza gonna be coming out through spawn here. But again, gonna have to play against the outnumbered situation.
Yeah, dangerous angle there from Mark L. Gets caught on out in the open. And with it, everything left to Rizza to try and at least clutch out this round. But the double hold ends garage. Sixky still very wary of anyone coming in from the entrance itself. The flash though confirming intentions. Rizza tried to get halfway. The jump peek though, he's not letting go. Halfway done. Pros don't fake. Please! RRQ! You can't just not peek like that! You can't just let that happen!
Oh,
Last round
there's
in the
2
half.
people! RRQ, no. What were you thinking? Were they just... Again, it's a situation where he's probably like, he's not gonna do that. It's a 2 versus 1. It's a fake on the tap, but... Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. You have to check, right? Just even just a small peek. Bro, no.
Like a second jump, you know?
Yeah.
It's a heartbreaker. It's always tough, of course. You don't have the intel. But remember the wise word, guys, all the time. Pros don't fake. And now RRQ Academy looking to just at least find the recompense after the round, but Flaring, same time, same place. Flaring has been the master of corners this game. In garage, in ramps. This is his heaven. This is his home. And he's just saging, sending these angels back up. Angels, I say. Hear the choirs singing his name. Flaring finds 3 to bring Zipto to 5 rounds.
All right. Coming back from that quick little halftime pause. Wow. Zipto just pulling the rug underneath RRQ there. It's just unexpected.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
It's a different kind of magic that we see here, but Zipto, as you said, they scrounged 2 rounds at the very end. Make it a very doable scoreline, sure. But RRQ now on the defense. You got Nats, of course, on device. Let's see how oppressive that utility can be. Zipto still. Double flash initiators. Great space making tools, and they send the Trailblazer out early to look to clear vents. Sheerdo comes on up, and RRQ still has that space to work with.
Yeah, that sheer is burned pretty early here as well. So it drops down. Look at that!
Spike down.
It's like a present opening for RRQ here. Trap was set, sprung, and succeeded. The triple S. Mark L, Flaring, and Rizza to remain. And they're going to just readdress this mid push. Pushing through the smoke already. RRQ, no need to really fight anything anymore as they still have the numbers advantage and the time on their side as well. Spotted already. 5 people, or 3 people, excuse me, playing on Heaven. They drop down into B. Positioning from Nats as he holds Garage. And Zipto will have to try to clear so many angles just for this.
Yeah, and RRQ Academy, they do go for the contest towards Alley here. Flaring really trying his darndest, but he runs out of bullets, and that's going to be it for his run. Nice find by Nats. Mark L, a similar corner from a while ago, same results. And truthfully, after that flawless, you can see the power of the Vice already quickly Asarai. RRQ effectively gets a free reset into a round if the shear just goes up in front of Sipto's face.
Yeah, just a complete, I guess, catch on the Zipto side, or a caught off guard on the Zipto side. Anyways, that is going to cost them, right? Because now RRQ, they can start building the bank. They can start creating some advantages here. Well, we'll see how this goes. Zipto or RRQ, not really a team willing to commit the full force that they have on Garage, but oh boy, Zar is gonna be able to run away, but immediately as they see the Outlaw, they're like, okay, let's just send it to B site, and he will still actually get one more pick before he actually ends his life. Sixky, though, drops down. The Judge, pretty big on this one as he's converting. Loses the bullet, but that is going to be just a complete almost wipe. Riz actually picks up the Judge and actually gets another pick before he falls down. Pretty good. And it's still going to be RRQ, but all in all, pretty good site take from Zipto.
Yeah, I mean, Zipto gets the space. Pretty chaotic, though. Sixky again exploiting the Judge, and then Rizza says, I can do that too. Let me get in on the action. But immediately, Zipto struggling on the post plant thanks to not only that Judge pressure, but one thing I really want to note, the missiles, the salvo that came in there from Splash at the end. There was that backside presence there for Zipto. As soon as the missiles came, it was a forced wing, and Sixky was there to put the pressure on. So with that being said, Zipto, they're going to have a tougher time in the post plant if they're stuck on site, because RRQ have ways to deal with them even in the post plant.
You just play to cut off any form of retaliation from multiple players of Zipto, right? Just get that isolation if they can. Oh, okay. They aggressively push onto Garage here. Actually still works because they do get that crucial information, but Zipto not gonna miss a beat on this one as they hear the kerfuffle on the Garage position. They immediately start working their way onto mid here. But RRQ, I think they also got a whiff of this. Look at how many players are already on the A side and on near on ropes.
Yeah, they know what side is looking pretty weak for them. And RRQ, the smallest boop with the satchel, but the biggest space that they create towards B itself. Splash now, sending out the drone, trying to see who's on lurk duty here. Zipto, but Zipto, they're caterpillaring their way into heaven, silently skulking. Eventually, they find the contact on Splash. Do some damage, sure. Not enough to get the kill. Natso scoped in, Outlaw. Not effective enough to get that kill. Rizza eventually finally shut down by the guards, and Fixie gonna be able to play on the DP now. And here we go with Fixie! Left and right, they both do fall, but in the smoke, it's Woody who's the master. Here comes the pistols out. Woody and Zar, the sidearm supremacy, and RRQ, that's 10 for them.
Yowza, that was just pierced with the ghost. I honestly thought that should have lost that elbow position, but no. Fixie, as you mentioned, did get some pretty nasty connections with the kills. But if you can see in the background in the kill feed, Nat still got a pickoff, I believe, with the outlaw that he had as that the player dropping down from heaven. So not really the best of site takes for Zipto. Back to the drawing board they go, as they are now just going to be on these sheriffs. The double Cypher Cage on A main, but RQ not really having any. Actually, no, they're starting to have some of it.
Nice. Good spot
Start
by
to
Splash.
rotate for that.
Yeah, and it's just bad news bears for Mark L. See you in the next round, buddy. It's tough because that drone is very quick at turning. I don't know if it's slightly faster at turning than the Trailblazer. Might just be a model issue or whatnot, but you can see he double checked the Cyber Cages, had an inkling of what Mark L has been doing with effectively the Cypher Smokes for quite a while in the game already. And RRQ, we didn't see much of this defense against Full Sense because it was such a commanding first half on the attack. Now we're seeing the example, but Fixie again makes that space. Woody though with the trade, the flash to come out and play onto the side. Rizza now with damage, Splash will fall. And we're being very careful, actually picking apart, flaring first, but Rizza again! You can see the damage. Woody, there's a fist already on screen. 2v2. And from Garage 2, we got RRQ Academy looking to bring the dagger out now. Suka. Plant on
one enemy
beside
remaining.
the smoke, but Suka! What was the shot? Rizza finds even the rifle! And the thrifty for Zipto. Massive round thanks to Rizza.
I wonder if that smoke from Zar was intentional on the B site, right? Because if he didn't place that, that wouldn't have been a safe plant for Zip though. This one, right in front of them, and this also separated both Sixky and Zar from each other in a way. And that wraparound that we saw from Vixie, it just really helped out. Suka, sure, great shot altogether, but again, that smoke I think really, rather than helping RRQ,
Just hampered them.
Yeah, went in the favor of Zipto.
And they had a place to put that spike down relatively safely. I do feel, though, that Zipto right now, one thing to really commend about these past few rounds is they still get the pressure going, right? That's right. It's not RRQ Academy putting a stove in front of them. Ever since that pistol, they immediately still find a way to get space courtesy of Vixie. And then you have the heroics from the likes of Frieza, from the likes of Suka, and at least those opportunities are there for Zipto to try and pounce on.
Well, if they're going to keep pouncing for 4 more rounds, they're going to get themselves in a really good spot and threatening to get us into that third map, which would be awesome. All right, anyways, timeout done already. Splash does have his Armageddon up and running. Retakes haven't been as solid as we were kind of expecting from RRQ, especially with how much util they really do have. But so far, Zipto's been pretty good at just, again, sending the Fury and just getting the most out of that situation. Sick. Oh, what a great just, again, positioning and setup, but somehow it's the clapback from RRQ. They've gotten so much damage in, and Markel's the only one to remain.
Brother, that's a heartbreaker. I was gonna sing Suka's hymns and praises there, but Splash is just a different kind of player. Honestly, if anyone from RRQ Academy was to be looked at really by the Pacific scene, I think Splash is looking to be one of those prospects right now. And speaking of, Markel looks for the timing. The transfer's there though. The hype now swinging back in Zipto's favor. It's 1 versus 1 after such a bloody round here by mid. But Nats, he's been pivotal in these clutch scenarios for RRQ all throughout the series. Not only that, Asteroid, spike control still in favor of the defense.
My ultimate is ready.
But wait. Even if he picks up the thing, he won't have his ultimate to be used because all the bodies are on heaven.
Left.
You know, exactly. He heard the orb, I think, being taken, and Nats now covering the corpses. Give me a corpse! There's no way! He's not gonna let him take it. These pallbearers aren't gonna do their job. And now, Mark L is the one stuffed into the ground. Nats wisely playing that one, and it's RRQ with 11.
I thought Markel had the biggest brain of plays. Because, again, he already got the kill on Heaven. He had 40 seconds on the clock, and if he actually just ran around, I mean, again, he didn't know where the device was, but he had time to actually go around. And Nats, as soon as he heard that thing and his possession once again for B Heaven, he was set.
I mean, it works out so for Nats because everyone died in Heaven. All the corpses were there. There was only one.
Where are you gonna neural theft?
Yeah. No, I get the logic, but Nats was just prepared the whole time, and now RQ Academy, the green light is seen before Zipto can even get to the starting gates. Vixie now trying to put pressure onto Heaven. You got Woody though playing close. Woody again mastering these corners. Suka though sprays him down, but look at the jet planes fly again. Armageddon sings towards mid, but Suka able to avoid it in time. The drone now looking to find a bit of intel. B site being taken here by Zipto, but the pressure isn't done yet. Nats is still around. 4v3. Arcros now with the flash. Gets intel 2. 6-2. The lurk here. So many angles for RRQ Academy here. Asarai, but Zipto, they got the plant. They go into garage, and here comes the freebies. 60 gets 1. Nats is there too, and no one expects the Tsar Inquisition. Shows up from garage to find another round for RRQ. This is the Academy team on series points.
Yeah, and they are just stomping this grounds that is split. Zipto just do not have, I don't know, the potential to fight back against them. And you're absolutely right. Look at how aggressive RRQ are. They have these rounds where they're just going to send it when they have the setup for it, which, again, that round obviously they had. And then, again, it just takes the wind out of the pipes of Zipto here, forcing Zipto again into this weird wall where this round, it's going to be a segmented buy for Zipto. Couple of, Bulldogs here and there. but at least they have a bajillion ultimates. How are they gonna, chain these together? It's gonna be the puzzle that Zipto has to figure out.
And they need to do it 6 times in a row to force overtime here. Asarai, Pixie now looking to go for brute force. He's 1 HP, and the Dream's still alive to send it. Rizza finding splash in response. 2 HP on the race. Could get a top up from the sky. His own teammates. The spike planted. Boomba all gets the intel here by Ramp. Pixie though still up close, and Zipto have had enough. Pixie's time to shine here. Flaring now, just playing good game of keep away, but Sixky kill at that range? Sure, okay, shrug it off. It's still control here for Zipto 4v2.
Yeah, again, it's going to be quite
One
difficult to just
enemy
retake the
remaining.
site, right? Especially in that long corridor that is A main. And you're absolutely right. Zipto, they just had enough. They've sent it into the A site. A huge, huge play for them, and they save a good amount of their ult economy. And of course, these weapon upgrades is going to be very, very good at this one, especially when RRQ looking into this side of the bank, on their side of the map. Just going to be nursing a couple of, upgraded pistols and just the one Vandal on Czar. Actually, 2 rifles on Czar and Splash. Okay, they've committed a little bit.
Yeah, they have a lot of rounds to give, but they don't want to happen to them what they did to Zipto a while ago in Fracture. Similar sites, potential comeback here for Zipto with their entries onto these executes especially, but Sixky hold the phone, trigger discipline, but the security guard misses the final check there, and the Bucky whiffs unfortunately for Sixky. Spikes planted, neural theft now used by Markel to give the intel. Oh, it's a good flank here from the likes of RRQ, and Zipto now just easy pickings 1 by 1. The academy team falls. The rifles are gone here. Asarai, Woody, he
One
picks it up
enemy
short,
remaining.
but the swing out is just unsuccessful. And this is a really good round here for Zipto. Everything clean, everything good. From this point on, they're gonna be fully kitted for as long as they're gonna have a run here in regulation.
Yeah. And again, it's a 5-round, 4-round deficit now.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's gonna cost them. It's not a very far distance to traverse for Zipto here. And like you mentioned, they're gonna have a good amount of bank for up until I feel like
Yeah, until the end. They have
Yeah.
it's auto full buy or you lose basically by this point.
that's true. That's fair.
Yeah.
There's more weaponry now for RRQ though, including the Steel Guard, which is gonna be pretty big. If Zipto commit to a site and that Steel Guardian catches them, could be a big thorn in their side. No pun intended.
Yeah, actually. For once, it's a genuine no pun intended from you, huh?
Yeah, it just popped into my head. But yeah, it really is, right? Because again, if they overcommit to this one, RRQ just has a lot of punish play kind of lined up for it. And again, as you mentioned, Zipto, in the situation that they have or are in, they can't make any more mistakes.
Absolutely. And Sixky, back on the judge, he's playing towards male. They go over though, towards this A site. And the pressure's on towards Nats. He has a good setup, actually towards Heaven. I believe that the flash is there to allow Splash to peek on out if need be. Rizza though still showing presence here by mid. Missiles, the response, forcing the sky out. No peek comes out here from RRQ. They're letting Zipto be for now. The Sheer gets the intel, but there's the cross. The spike doesn't make its way to the other side yet. Nice spray down though from Flaring. A good start here for Zipto now. Markel also, massive kill. Markel sprays down another. And Zipto dismantling the RRQ Academy system bit by bit. Spike planted, Czar sees just demise in front of him. It's dead for RRQ Academy as Zipto are flawless here to keep the game going.
That was pretty solid from Zipto as well. Sixky might wonder, what are you doing? Just setting up the double satchel. I think he was just trying to, zoom through on A main, and then he just didn't expect that Markel was already there right in front of their face to pick up the 2K. Zipto has been pretty good at just smothering the retake setup of RRQ, and that's pretty big to say at the least. 3 more rounds before we get into that overtime, and RRQ, they're feeling the pressure here. They've called a timeout. Something has got to change.
Yeah, and they know that closing out these games are going to be so important in the long run. The fact of the matter is, though, Zipto Esports, they got their second win after the past few rounds, right? They have been very clean on the executes. You see, again, as we said a while ago, Pixie has been very consistent. at making that kind of space for the team. And Rizza flaring, they have shown up to be those second fraggers as soon as the Raze plays the entry. I think right now for RRQ Academy, they just need to calm down a bit more because some of their past few rounds, you could feel the pressure on them to try and close it out, trying to force the issue a little too much here on the defense.
Yeah, and that's where Zipto just gets so much more value, right? RRQ, their tempo finally caught by Zipto. The rhythm, you know, they're able to dance to it now. We'll see how this goes. Talking about how there is some good ultimates available for RRQ, but it hasn't been. There hasn't been a situation where you want to use it as well, and that's what I like about Zipto here. At least they're able to put that dilemma, and RRQ has no answer for it.
Yeah, it's always been a tough cookie here for RRQ Academy, really. They've held on to their ults for quite a while. Now it's what, a Bucky, a Judge. Honestly, not the best angles. Players holding the shotguns for now. Again, Zipto has found success towards A, and they look to put the pressure on yet again. To flash towards ramps. Nats up close though. Still has the Steel Garden up and ready. The Arcros now with the flash. It does force Pixie back, but he can't move too much. Oh, 30 HP. At least gets out of the Razor Vine in time, and Zipto getting away with their lives here for now.
Yeah, but they also had to use a lot just to get out of that one as well. There it is. Sheer. Ooh.
Here we go again. Okay.
Yeah. Can't
Wait.
push that for a couple of seconds.
They don't love you like I love
Like
you.
I love you. Like, wait.
Wait. Oh, we're gonna. Okay, now we go to A main again. So this time the trap. It doesn't get sprung here. Oh, the Razor Vine's gonna get broken. But Nats!
the flash!
That's a beautiful shot. We said it. Flash comes on out. Here comes the Steel Garden. Nats looking to make this at least a truthful matchup. But in the end, he's overrun. Secondary's out. Markel with the spray. Sixky falls. It's 3v2. But Woody wisely waiting.
Spike
Now a chance
planted.
towards Markel. Spike planted, but no dice.
enemy
Suka
remaining.
here up close though. Shorty. He manages to hit a good shot. And Zipto with a 10th round here.
That was funny. How are you going to deal with someone that has a Steel Garden? If they only have a pistol, we have pistols. Good job. Look at this. This is the one, right? He uses a Steel Garden. Oh, okay. And then everybody just kind of challenges him, goes straight to the back of the site with shorties, and just wins the battle.
No, that was a
Two more
frenzy.
rounds for Zipto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The frenzy killed him. I'm surprised
Oh, it
someone
did?
had the frenzy.
This goes here.
Honestly.
I thought it was the shorty. It looked,
No, there was a shorty. Okay,
right?
Suka had a shorty.
Yeah.
I know. I saw a frenzy on the kill feed, and that's one thing we don't see, unfortunately, on the overlay. Because Sipta has all the money in the world. They know they also have to upgrade their secondaries, given there's a vice in the game, and it seems like that's a good memo that they took.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good so far, right? Well, Mark L, the operator, ooh, gets a bit of a tap on himself, scares the bejesus out of Nats there. Nats, oh, look at this. He's actually pushing quite aggressively into A main. If you look at the mini-map, no one's going to be there except for just Mark L, while the rest of Zipto now working their way through mid and to B heaven.
Yeah. Now let's not forget here, Asarai RRQ Academy. It's a full buy now. They're looking to find a way to punch through. Woody holding on to Rafters here. The flash comes on out, but Woody's still left unexposed. And there you go. Mystery. Surprise, surprise. Woody now spraying to get a double. Suka shuts him down, but the damage is looking pretty decisive so far. Now Markel crossing onto heaven. Wow. The leap from Nats to get on through from the shadows also used. Here comes Nats in position by screens, but Mark L finds his number eventually. 3v3.
30
Mark L
seconds left.
inside the smoke. Trying to be in a clutch position here. Looks to find the timing, but somehow he can't get the kill. Splash with a turnabout. Finds the headshot. Instant kill onto the Cypher. A 3v2 now. And Zipto stuck on the site. Timer ticking here, Asarai, but here comes the salvo to put the pressure on. Flaring. He wants to peek on out. D60 coming. Here comes Sar from above. Splash though with the trade, and that is it. RRQ Academy will take the sweep here, my friend. 13-10 to get the series 2-0. What a showcase from the Indonesian Academy team. They've done it again. A series win against a more experienced team.